This is a video update for the week of July 19th. This past week was probably one of the more intense ones that I've had. I find that, and it's like a lot of things, also true for social media, the harder I work, the luckier I am, right? And that's, I like the fact that there's kind of a correlation there, because I also like to work hard. And last week I was very fortunate and lucky to finally caught up with two folks that I have a lot of respect for. One was a former colleague and one a former client. And so the former client is the head of marketing at a major online travel aggregator. I did a fair amount of work with him at Yahoo, and it was great to catch up with him and just sort of chat about social media, specifically in the travel space. Travel for a long time has been a key vertical that always takes advantage of technology, and they've also done quite a bit in social media. But we both kind of shared the fact that ultimately, in travel, it's hugely critical to have things like scale, measurement, and really at the end of the day, localization. And he really pounded the fact that that is so critical for success in travel, is to have localized offers, localized marketing strategies. We bounced off some really exciting ideas on how companies can potentially address some of those needs for localization, but from a sort of centralized strategy. And I hope to give you guys more update on that in the coming weeks, so stay tuned. I was also very lucky to finally caught up with a former colleague of mine. She and I used to work together at Yahoo when she was handling some of the strategy for Alibaba Yahoo, that relationship, and now she's working at runrun.com. She's been there for the past I believe, year and a half. And if you haven't heard of runrun.com, you certainly will. They are China's largest social network. They're basically the Facebook of China, although they would probably argue that they would say Facebook is the runrun of the West. The Chinese media landscape is so incredible. It's not only extremely dynamic, but it's also hugely, wildly competitive. And with the world's largest internet population online in China, I mean, they have more internet users, or they're poised to very quickly have more internet users than the entire population of the US. And with the majority of those online users being, sort of school-aged, so call it, 15 to 25, Runrun.com, and certainly anyone that operates in the online landscape in China successfully, they are very well poised to really help brands connect with the largest consumer base today and certainly in the future. She's really working with their team and their executive team very closely on building a rock-solid advertiser base, but also a strong business model. We spent a lot of time talking about just our experiences at Yahoo and the idea and importance of scale and doing things and building things that are not only going to bring you and your customers revenue and value today or in the next few weeks, but really looking at 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. Lastly, just wanted to mention that I'm really excited to finally be working and start working, I should say, with the Search Engine Strategies Conference and the organizers of the event. The event will be taking place September 13th and 14th at the Renaissance Hotel here in Hong Kong. It's the first time that this Search Engine Strategies Conference is taking place in Asia, but the conference itself has been around for more than 10 years. It originated out of Northern California. Social media is actually a big topic for this conference, like it will be, I imagine, for most digital and advertising conferences for the next few years to come. Search engines make it their business to ultimately provide as much relevance as possible to the user that's searching for something. With social media, search engines are interested in doing the exact same thing, right? They're interested in identifying real time what's being said, by whom, in what locations, and then including that as part of the search result, right? So this is a huge topic that I think a lot of people are right now they're really just guessing on, but it's going to continue to get more and more coverage, I think, and will become more important. Is how does social media activity influence search engine rankings? So we've already started to see Google, also MSN, and really all the major search engines toy with the inclusion of Twitter results, for example, in their search results pages. This, for me, is evidence that these search engines buy into that tenet and they think that there is a future there in terms of using that as an input to determine relevance. This is a critically important event to attend because it helps you understand who the players are, what the trends are, and what strategies are for being found in search engines, whether it be through organic results or whether through paid listings. And I've been to a couple myself, both in Northern California as well as Chicago. It's always great to meet other industry players, and I'm looking forward to that for this event. Last thing, and I promise I will let this be the last topic that I talk about. We're also getting ready to begin organizing a social media nonprofit day, which is essentially going to be an event where we try and get a couple of social media enthusiasts together, get a couple of nonprofits together, and basically have a sort of informal sharing session to discuss how nonprofits can take greater advantage of social media specifically for their cause. If you think about it, social media, one of its most powerful, I think, attributes is that it has the ability to mobilize people around the world, literally, and get them to do something. Who's in greater need of that type of power than nonprofit? These are folks that are, amazingly compassionate and dedicated to a worthy cause, and really just in need of more resources, whether it be financial, whether it be physical hands, whether it be just more attention paid to their cause. This is an event that we talked about doing internally for the past few months, and now we're starting to talk to a few other interested parties that really like that idea and want to be part of it to help sort of give back in their own way, right? Most people want to help, they just don't know the best way to help, and they don't know the right way to help. For certainly folks in social media, what we do naturally is, we talk about things online, and we're passionate about that type of activity. Why can't we do the same thing for a nonprofit, community nonprofit organization, and help them do that, right? So that's a very easy, close to the heart way to give back, and I think all the people that I've met in Hong Kong that are in the social media space are very also socially conscious, and so I think this is something that we can do a really good job with. So if you are, again, a social media enthusiast and you like this idea, or you are part of a nonprofit event, please get in touch and let us know, and we'll find a way to make this event a success. We're looking to probably organize something in the end of summer, early fall. Okay? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great week, and talk to you soon. Bye.